Welcome back everyone to our Let's Play series of TransRoad USA. So in our last video we got a little bit over $1 million ultimately to our bank account, and then as I was loading up the game today trying to decide exactly what I wanted to do because I had a couple of different things in mind, I pull up the ratings list and I see that once again the company values are very distorted versus what we've been seeing. I mean, the last few videos we've actually seen Gordon Fox Trucking be basically equal to us, if not a little bit more in some cases. But now you can see, I mean, this is a huge gap compared to what we've been looking at over the last few videos. But it also made one thing perfectly clear to me as far as what I wanted to try to do in this video, and that is we want to go back and see if we can do our final takeover outside of what the career mode is going to have us do. So let's go back into our HQ and our competitors. So we've seen that, of course, Trucker Express and Gordon Fox, we can't do anything with those because the campaign mode is going to have us do a takeover on them, I would assume, coming up at some point. But Seagulls is the one opportunity we have left, and just thankfully for us, it's also the cheapest. They're at $2.2 million on this screen. Let's go ahead and see what they are on the other screen once we send this letter. And let's say, 1.7. Wow, that's even less than what a good bit less than what they're showing up on the ratings list. So let's take a brief look and see what they've got. Of course, we already know they have the depot in OKC. We've seen that. All right, and so they've moved along in the number of trucks and trailers they have a little bit. So they still just got the one depot. So overall, they don't have very many trucks, which is kind of odd at this point in the game that they would still only have that one depot. But so we can see the trailers that they have. Realistically only one of these do we even want to keep. And the reason I wouldn't want to keep the dump trailers because we don't have, this would be the only one we have of these outside of what we're already doing with our schedules and contracts for that. And of course we don't yet have the necessary trailer concession for the tank load, so we would have to do some selling of at least the trailers, and we'll see about the trucks. We might be able to keep, looks like they got some 4-axle trailers there and then a couple of 3, so not too bad there. But what I really want to do is just get them out of the way so that we can focus moving forward on just the career mode. Well, that and, as always, making as much money as we can. So let's go ahead and make an offer, and I'll tell you what I want to do. The 1.78 sounds good, but I'm going to go with the 2.2 here to try to be safe and offer them 3.2 million, and hopefully we get this thing done because I really don't want us to get denied again. So if they deny the 3.2 million, then so be it. But I want to make them the best offer so we can hopefully move on with this thing. So 3.2 million, I'm not worried about how much is due immediately and over time. I actually wish we could just go ahead and do it all immediately and be done with it. But for our purposes, we're going to offer 3.2 million. Again, that's $1 million over what we see here, the higher of the two numbers. And let's see. Yes, all right, we got it. That should have been well ahead of what they needed. And you can see only 3 of the 6 drivers have agreed to stay on with us. That's not a problem because I'm really not interested in the trucks and trailers so much as I'm interested in just moving through the story mode a little bit and also getting that depot for us in OKC. Those are the things I'm interested in. So we'll go ahead and confirm that. All right, so for now, I guess they get to stay on the competitors list until all of this is done on, 5-4. All right, so we got some things to look forward to over the next little bit here. And that is, we already know on the career mode quest, we've got until 422 to wait to see what happens after our 10 miles per gallon goal. And of course, we've already met that. But so we've got to see what's going to happen there. And let's see, we got to make our decision on how exactly we're going to move forward with our trucks and trailers and picking up some drivers and all sorts of stuff like that. And already it looks like, we've got an economic crisis that has hit the reefer trailers. Okay, luckily for us, we only have that one contract, and we'll see if it changes at all. Right now, we're making basically $6,000 per trip, and essentially what we're doing here is we're just holding on to this contract. It's a nice reefer contract, but we're holding on to it until we're ready to move up into some higher paying trailers, which I believe, the livestock and then the tanks and that kind of thing. Maybe the car is next. I think we only have 3 more to go. So that's kind of what I'm waiting on. I'm keeping a few of the dry trailers around and the reefer trailers so we can have some trucks and trailers to swap over. All right, so we had our first trip to Boise. That must have been on one of the contracts we took over. All right, and now what I plan to do is hopefully we can keep the game moving along, and we can start to get, we've got issues with licenses and all that. So I want to let these guys sort of filter themselves out, and we'll start moving on and getting rid of trucks and trailers. So it's going to be a little messy here for a little while we try to sort all this out, but that's perfectly fine with me. I want to let all these guys from the Takeover company get done. Also see that our dry trailers are done on schedule 1. All right, let's see. I saw one up here that looks like he finally got into a depot. So let's just take a quick glance at what we've got. All right, there are our tanks, and I'm not going to keep those going and take the risk of the trailer concession being missing, because if we come into the HQ and we go trailer concessions, you can see, $500,000 for livestock, but even that says we have to proceed in the campaign for the tanks, and then of course the same thing for the cars. So even if we wanted to pay the $500,000 for any of these, we couldn't do it right now. Okay, what I do want to see a little bit of though, let's see, where are these guys? Let's go to Indy, and of course this guy, I don't know why the AI does this, but they are pretty consistent about hiring drivers that don't have the proper licenses to drive these trucks. It's a wonder they stay in business very long, given what I have heard in the comment section about the steepness of these penalties. All right, so this guy looks like he can drive the flatbed, which is good. Also the livestock, which is not bad. All right, so let's go ahead and move this out of the way. What about this? Okay, the fuel economy is really good. All right, maintenance. Okay, not bad on the maintenance. Okay, that's not bad. I might actually keep that one around. It's going to, of course, cost us some money right now. So we're going to get our driver out of here, and we might even send him to training so that he can actually drive these things whenever the time comes. And, of course, we're going to have trucks and trailer combinations that are going to be in here at some of these depots where we had 3 drivers, I believe, that did not come over with us after the takeover. All right, let's go into OKC. And once again, she also has no license for that. No license here. Okay, we could actually put him in there and put him to work. Okay, so that's a good thing. And then we've got, let's see about this truck. Okay, so this one's not going to be bad on maintenance. That's not terrible. Fuel economy is pretty good. Fixed costs are huge on this one with it being a 4-axle. Okay, not bad. See about the other one. Again, not bad here. 10.7, not bad. Huge maintenance costs. Okay. I think I can live with that. And we've got one guy in OKC. Where are these other guys? Okay, so Augusta and Minneapolis. All right, that's not perfect, but let's go ahead and get them all together. Try to keep these guys together. We'll try to keep the tanks together because I plan on getting rid of them. Okay, it looks like everybody is good here. That's one of the drivers that did not come over. And a couple more drivers. Oh, that's OKC. All right, what do we have in San Antonio? All right, so you can drive the flatbed, but you cannot drive... Oh, never mind. She can drive the tank. Okay, so at least she can do that. And then if I decide to get her another trailer, she can do that as well. Okay, not bad. So at least we've got we've got that going for us. But the tanks right now, we just don't need those trailers. So what we're going to do, let's see about the truck. Okay, now, I mean, that's not great or anything, but I think I'm actually wanting to keep these. I might move them around and put them all in one depot, but I don't think we want to keep all of these trailers. But let's go ahead, because what I really want to do is see if we can't get to 422 in this video. But that's one of the things I really want to do. Okay, so we got contracts being fulfilled, but we know with these three, that simply means it's being reset. So we're not going to worry about that. All right, are we finally down to only dry trailers and the ones we took over? Okay, it looks like it. What about the dump trailers? Are we in a position where we need some extra ones? Not really. Not really at all. But let's go ahead and see. Do we have... Nope, neither of these can drive that trailer anyway. All right. Well, so much for that. All right, so we'll get rid of that one as well. Okay, but 422. Let's get to 422. That's what I really want to do. And along the way... Nope, you keep going. We'll try to keep this thing going as much as we can, but I need to see, where did all of these guys go? They went to Indy, and then maybe, nope, I think that's it. All right, now we've got a whole bunch of people that are getting done, so I do want to pause it just for a moment here. All right, let's find some things for these guys to do in Indy. Preferably like a 50-trip deal, and it really doesn't even matter the money. I just need to keep these guys busy for a little bit longer until we see what Billy has in store for us. Oh, there we go. There we go. Now we're talking. But it's 8 trucks. So the game threw us a bone there for just a moment and then immediately took it back. Okay, so Indy to Charlotte, that'll be fine. We'll take that. That's not exactly what I wanted, but it'll work. Okay, let's get our guys from Indy. And there we go. So this contract's only a 2-truck contract, so we're in great shape as far as the timing on that. Now we got, in Augusta, we got a whole bunch of trucks in here. Actually, 7 out of 6, so I'm not sure how that happened. But actually, I like it because the more trucks we can fit in an area, the better, as far as I'm concerned. So let's look in Augusta and see what we've got. Let's see, 15 trips. Okay, here's a nice 15 trip deal, comparatively speaking. Not bad. 50 trips, but that is no good for this type of money. Let's go ahead and put it back in over here and realize that I was on the wrong trailer combination. All right, I like this, but do I really want to tie these guys up? Part of me says yes, that's exactly what we're looking for, but no, not quite. Okay. So this is a nice deal. I like this one. Augusta to Memphis. The only problem is we've already seen Memphis isn't going to have any loads for us to bring back. And in fact, I would imagine most of these are not. Let's go ahead and take the Rapid City. All right, and then we'll see if Rapid City's got anything for us. If it doesn't, this is still a pretty sweet deal. $16,800 per and $182,000 completion bonus. So let's go ahead and get all of these guys on this deal. And we're going to try to get this up and running as soon as we can. All right, anybody else that went to a neighboring? Nope. Nope, now we're back down to just the trucks from the Takeover. Okay, I'll take that. And then we'll see what we can do with Rapid City. So let's go ahead and get over here to Rapid City. All right, salary request. Okay, we're not going to worry about that. And wow, this guy making very little money. Okay, so now we are, yes, once again, that's perfectly fine. This is one of the few times that it gets me a little aggravated that the game keeps pausing itself. And that is very rare that that ever happens. Because most of the time in this game we fight wanting the game to stop moving long enough for us to get done what we need to get done. Okay, so Rapid City did not have anything for us with this particular trailer type. So no such luck there. The good news is we got 8 trucks on this deal, which is an 8-truck deal, so I'm not thinking about pressing my luck too much here. I have had 0 luck with timing and the contract dates in this game, so I am not inclined to push it right now. Not unless I had the opportunity to get a few more, at least, trucks on this particular deal. Okay, now let's see. We're going to be done in Charlotte here before too long. Again, we're looking for 422, so about 9 more days. All right, of the 6 trucks, again, I just want to make sure. Wait, how did you get in Des Moines? I wonder if he was having maintenance. All right, but either way, you need to get back with the group. Okay. Because if we can get to 422, we'll decide what we're going to do with all these trucks and trailers we got going on. All right, everybody wants salary increases these days. All right, Charlotte. Anything from Charlotte back to Indy that we can pick up on? Okay, I'm inclined to take this one simply because it is, yeah, it's one of the few that's actually going back to where we want it to go. Okay, 4-truck deal for 15 trips. All right, let's take this one. Let's take this one back. Keeping these guys busy as much as possible. At least for a little bit longer. Okay, still back down to our normal number of... Wait, where are they coming from? Oh, Des Moines. Where? All right, where are you guys coming from? They have to be coming out of maintenance. All right, they're Rapid City. Oh, I didn't realize we were quite that far along. Wow. Okay, let's see if we got something up here in Minneapolis for these guys to do. Something that looks good. I love these high per trip numbers. These are quite nice that we're seeing. All right, so 10 trips. All right, I like this one a lot more. 5 trucks on this deal. 4 trucks on this one. Very nice. There's some nice deals to be had in this. Of course, that's a very nice completion bonus there. Minneapolis to Charlotte. Charlotte's probably not going to have a whole lot coming back for us. But we'll go ahead and we'll take this one because that's a lot of money on that completion bonus. And it's only a 2-truck deal. So let's go ahead and get these guys back busy again. And get them headed to Minneapolis. Anybody else? Nope, that takes care of it. All right, and our quest to get to 422 continues. All right, so we're down to still 5 trucks and trailers. Let's zoom out a little bit. All right, so we're going to be done with this Rapid City contract very shortly. Oh, okay, whew. Game scared me there for a second. Thought it had frozen up on me. All right, you can see the money is coming back in. So all the money is taking care of itself. We got some great money-making deals. And as soon as we finish up in Rapid City, you can see we're going to have $182,000 drop into our lap very soon. All right, and we're finishing up. Let's see, Charlotte to Indy. Let's see if we can get something back. Indy to Charlotte. And still not overly thrilled with what we've got All right, otherwise, this is not a great deal, but it may be what we take. Again, let's just keep the wheels turning. That one's not bad, actually, considering. All right, so I'm not seeing anything that's just blowing me away. So let's go back and take this Indy to Charlotte deal. And we'll keep wearing out the asphalt between these two cities for a little while. All right, so I see the maintenance glowing at me. So some of these guys are headed into maintenance either right now or very shortly. All right, more salary increases. Not worried about those. Okay, let's keep the line moving. We're almost there. 422 is what we're after. We're 6 days away, or about 5 days away. So we're getting there. At this point, to me, it seems like we've been trying to get to 422 for about 4 videos now is what it feels like. I know it hadn't quite been that long, but it sure does feel like it. Okay. So I'm content to let 6, 7, and 8, schedule 6, 7, and 8 just sort of ride where they are. And now I'm mainly just focused on 1 and 4. And of course, if we look in Charlotte down here for these types of loads, and let's see what we get. Am I going to be amazed at what a great deal we can get? Hopefully I am. Hopefully so, but so far I'm not impressed. There we go. Finally we get something. Charlotte up to Rapid City. Let's see. We're not quite at that point yet, because Rapid City is definitely off the beaten path from where we need to go in Minneapolis, and we're not quite to the point where we're on our final deliveries yet on that schedule. All right, come on, keep the line moving. Again with these salary increases, my goodness. Word has spread. Just request one. He's just clicking OK. It's fine. All right, there we go. Now I'm interested. All right, let's go ahead and get this Rapid City. All right, so these guys are either in Charlotte or on their way nearby. So we're going to go ahead and put them on the road to Rapid City. All right, now we're back down to the ones we knew we would be down to. And money is just going crazy up here. We're back up to 9.7. And the best news is we're only a couple of days from where we need to be and seeing what Billy's got in store for us. I'm sure it's going to be something horrible. So we've received some other letter or some ultimatum of some sort. All right, so far so good. We're almost to the point where these guys... All right, I don't want to set up a new schedule for these guys just yet. In fact, the timing is going to be pretty good. That's going to have them, all the dry trailers, finishing up right now. And then we'll see what Billy's got for us. Part of me thinks he might have a new trailer concession that we need to go grab. Ah, there we go. So 422 has arrived, and let's see what Billy's got for us. So we did it. That was quite a rush. Man, it was. It was quite a rush to just wait the time out. Oh, no. Here we go again. She's back. Now, see, she's just got that look in her eye like there is no good news forthcoming from this woman. So, excuse me, I couldn't help overhearing what was a rush. Really? You've been here the whole time and you don't even know. Okay, the environmental regulation, blah, 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 reduce fuel consumption. What are you talking about? Oh, shocker here. I work for a few other trucking companies and none of them received anything from the Environmental Authority. So this woman has heard nothing of this. All right, let me have a look at the documents. It almost seems like we should have done this, oh, I don't know, a few weeks ago. Need some time to investigate. My next salary for this task is due. I'll need another $150,000. But of course you do. Reality is nowhere to be found in this plot line. All right, so she's going to get to work and do who knows what. All right, so Billy is stressed out. We got it, Billy. You're a special kind of partner to have. All right, so let's keep the contracts flowing. And there we go. Now we want to get a decent balance of contracts between all of our trailer types. For example, if you lay too much weight on reefer, those contract payments will start to drop. Yep, we got it. We got it. So what do you want us to do? You want us to deliver, let's see, dry van contract. Oh, so we got to stick with the dry van? Boy, Billy, you are in luck that we still have some dry van left. Otherwise, I would be very tempted to leave the career mode as is, rather than going backwards in time and deliver 6 dump contracts on time. All right, so we're fine there. I think the dump contracts, of course, we're over here in a recurring deal. So I think weekly when this thing resets, that will count as an on-time contract delivery, a fulfilling of a contract, I think. So I think we're okay there to leave that. And then we got dry van contracts. Okay, apparently we're going to get to keep these dry vans around a little bit longer. Good news is we're very close to fulfilling one right now. So let's go ahead and see if we can get the asphalt going back to Indy once again. And now, let's see, what do we have? All right, 20 trips. So now I'm going to shift gears a little bit, and I'm going to look for some shorter deliveries for these dry vans. So 10 trips looks really good right now for this, and not worry a whole lot about the actual money that we're making on these. In fact, I really don't even care about the money at all on these. All right, let's make sure we're down to just the 5. All right, so we'll hold off on doing anything in this particular video with these guys, but we'll hold off in next video. We'll do something with these other folks. All right, so Rapid City didn't have anything for us. Return trip, at least I'm pretty sure they didn't. Let's check. No, they did not. All right, so let's go back up to, did Bismarck have anything? No, no Bismarck. All right, back to Minneapolis it is, and let's see what we can get. Okay, that one's not bad at all. I can do Augusta. Of course, Augusta should have something for us coming back this direction. So, quick look over in Augusta. And do we have anything? No, we do not. Not coming back in this direction anyway, except for a very nice deal going to Vegas. Oh well. So that's 10 trips. We'll be done with that one very quickly. Anything else? Memphis. Not seeing anything. All right, this one's actually not bad simply because they're so close to one another. 10 trips on this would take us no time, but that's the only reason. Oh, never mind. I found what I'm looking for. Yep, we'll go with this one. And I always have to check these others. Yeah, I'd rather go to Augusta than Charlotte. We haven't been up to Augusta very much at all until here recently, when we started to get back up there with this particular trailer. All right, so let's go ahead and... Oh, man, I forgot. That's right. These guys are in Charlotte. I was thinking that they were in Augusta. That's me not paying attention. All right, so you guys get back up north. My bad. All right, I'd put them on the Charlotte deal, but we've already got all we need there. All right, an oil field is discovered. And let's see, what do you have? Well, we could actually help you out with that one, but we don't have the licenses for it, so I'm not going to take that chance. Not interested in taking that chance. All right, so how far are we away from fulfilling these? All right, we're about halfway done for the week. All right, so we'll work on this quest line, and we'll continue on with this in our next video. Yeah, there we go. There we go. You can see contract number 1 on schedule 6 just reset, and we get the 1 there, so we're good there. So we should be able, between these two contracts, we should be able to knock out the dump contract portion of this pretty quick. And then it'll be down to getting these guys fulfilled over on contract 1 with the dry trailers. So I think this is going to be a piece of cake for us to get done over the next couple of videos. Maybe we'll work our way through some of this stuff that Billy's got ready for us, and then we'll be ready to move on to whatever is in store next. Because remember, at some point, our I hesitate to say accountant because, wow, I don't want to call her that. She's making way too much money from us to be an accountant. Extortionist, maybe. We know at some point she's going to come back to us and tell us that, oh, by the way, this was a completely fake letter, and here's what's going to happen as a result, you know, that kind of stuff. So we're waiting for that shoe to drop next, and then I'm sure we'll owe somebody else a fantastically large amount of money or something. So the game is trying to keep it interesting by taking money away from us along the way. Unfortunately, we are well ahead of where the game really would have us be at this time, and that's simply because I've, in a lot of instances, for long periods of time, just ignored the career mode altogether while we made lots and lots of money. And let's take a look at the ratings list. All right, Gordon Fox coming back a little bit, but essentially we now have a huge lead, and we'll see if that continues over the next few videos. It's always interesting to see how that dynamic works over time. So that's going to do it for our video today. Thank you very much for joining me, and stay tuned for more of our Let's Play series of TransRoad USA.